Hello guys, greeting from Las Vegas, United States. I'm still on the way to the conference, to the matchmaking gathering, and greetings to my dear office. I miss you terribly. I will see you all really soon. I'm making this video after having lots of conversation and discussion with our psychologist Alessia, who is, by the way, right now in the office conducting interviews with the ladies for our dear clients. So I have called this video how to understand that you are overthinking it. So often when we conduct interviews with the ladies, we get all the necessary information in our opinion that our clients will really need, and that we really need to understand that if this lady is a good match for this exact client. But so often our male clients, they kind of bring it to extreme, they kind of really overthink it. For example, they start asking us like, can you tell us like more about the background of the lady? I get it, it's important to understand what is her education, what she is doing for the living, but then gentlemen start asking like, you should tell me about her parents, what type of education did they get, what were they doing for a living. Guys, it's so irrelevant. Why? First of all, because her parents pretty much they got their education in Soviet Union, and they were working in Soviet Union, and this country doesn't exist anymore. So even if they got their degree in engineering, well, that was pretty impressive, but after the Soviet Union has collapsed, in the majority of cases they have changed their careers or they got another education. So either that's relevant to which university her parents went, or in many situations her parents did not even have a university degree, because in Soviet time it was not that relevant. But she, for example, has a university degree. So does it define her as a person that her parents did not have a university degree? Not really. Or sometimes gentlemen want to find out if for example, parents of the lady were divorced or married, or her grandparents were divorced or married, and they believe that this will really influence her family values, that this will really define her as the person for relationship, as a relationship material or not relationship material. And guys, it's not relevant as you think it is. Why? Because I have met so many ladies, for example, the mother of the lady, she has fallen in love when she was 19, she got married, she had her baby, and several years after they got a divorce, because, well, marrying at 19 is usually not a really good idea. And then, for example, the mother of the lady has remarried, and with her second husband, they have lived 25-30 years together, and this marriage is really happy. So pretty much the lady was raised by her stepfather and her mother. But in the mind of the gentleman, she will still be a child of a divorcee, because her parents have taken a divorce, like her biological father has divorced her biological mother. So does it define the family values that she will bring on the table in relationship? Not that really. Also, pretty often after having some bad experience in previous relationship, guys bring their bad experience to their search that they are conducting now, and they tell me that, oh, I want to have her medical exam, like I want to have proof that she can have babies, I want to have this or that. Can you really imagine me asking like a serious, decent lady to bring her medical exam? Can you imagine someone asking you to make that? She has never met you, that lady, so why would she possibly do something for you, like making all that effort and taking a medical exam? Probably if she's like a super needy person and she really needs to marry someone, she will do that, she will put that much effort. But if she's not a needy person and her life doesn't depend on the fact if she gets married or not, she will not do that. Before the date, the lady is thinking like, should I go out with him or I shouldn't go out with him? Is he worth my attention or not? Which dress will I wear for the date? That's a normal way of thinking. If after the date she liked you, she will be thinking about the second date. But sometimes guys put too much pressure on this first date. So she has to bring this, that, and on the date it can happen that two of you won't even like each other. So why to overthink it? When you hire the matchmaking service, when you hire the professional matchmaker, or of course the matchmaker and in Diolli.com team, our psychologist and the matchmaker will invest lots of time into conducting all the necessary interviews to find out if the lady shares your vision about relationship, about money, about desire to have or not to have kids, about gender roles in relationship, because it is all really important. But to ask her if you have some medical conditions to have or not to have kids, guys, that's a bit too much. And of course, if the lady knows that, for example, she has some problems in that department, in the majority of cases, they actually speak it out loud because she doesn't want to waste her time. I have several ladies in my base who do not want to have kids, which is quite not common for Ukraine in their age group, because usually in the age group of 30 to 35, if the lady has never been married and she doesn't have kids from previous relationship, she wants to have kids. But in the case with those exceptional ladies, straight away when they have entered our office, they told us that they don't want to have kids, that's their position, and they want to meet gentlemen who also do not want to have kids and who do not have kids from previous relationship. So people are quite honest about that, because when you join the matchmaking service, you don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste time of other people. But to ask for a medical exam, that's a bit too extreme. She doesn't know you, she doesn't know yet if she likes you or not, if she likes you enough to go out on a second date with you or on a third date, and to put that much effort and to go through all the medical procedures just to make you happy before the first date. I can't imagine a lady who will do that. So how to understand that you're overthinking it way too much? Well, you keep asking questions that don't matter after all. If you work with the matchmaker will tell you to slow down. There are important questions that should be asked before the date. And trust me, the professional matchmaker will ask those questions before suggesting you the match. But after all, it is really important to meet in person. We all have our backgrounds, we all have backpacks with our experience from previous relationship, from relationship of our parents, of our friends, of all the circle that surrounds us. And sometimes a lady can be like a really good match on paper, and during the interview, because she has similar values, similar ideas, she's beautiful like the client wants, and when the gentleman and the lady meets in person, it just doesn't work out. Why? Because something he said triggers her, something she said triggers him. You can't predict it. This is why we do several introductions, because you can't actually predict how her backpack with her previous experience will react to your backpack. And it doesn't make her a bad person. So guys, I hope you won't overthink it when you go out on a date or when you search for your best half online. Meet in person, find out if there can be mutual chemistry, find out if your cucarachas from the previous experience react well to her cucarachas from previous relationship and experience. Find out if you have a good time together, and after all, it will be time and place to ask all the important questions. Building relationship is like learning how to dance. You have to learn like some easy moves before you go to some heavy stuff. This is how it is. I hope you will have only wonderful, fantastic dates with wonderful ladies. With love, Svetlana Mucha from Las Vegas for Diolli.com.